Yeah, that was a fun trip. Getting there, not so fun, but the actual trip itself was fun.
Yep. Yeah, AI, yeah? So that's a big topic. Music. It is a huge topic now. I think it'll help people a lot. The thing about, it's just, what are the dangers? A lot of dangers. You can fake things a lot. Yeah, plagiarism is one thing. You can, public figures can be faked now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild. You can make yourself sound like
Have you seen those
celebrity?
You seen those those Arnold Schwarzenegger ones where they take Arnold Schwarzenegger and they put him all kinds of movies.
I think I saw that.
Yeah, there's one in Thriller. This one he's in Happy Gilmore. It's pretty funny that that's one of the first sort of applications that they're using these deep fakes now. But deep faking is that's where you'll get like a lot of you can fabricate real misinformation now for real.
And that's why media literacy and news literacy, information literacy is very important to bring and start them young. So because kids are tech savvy and they're going to be experimenting with these apps. So
I think good old critical thinking is a good start.
Yeah.
Like there's craft, and then there's it all starts from inside. Technology is the study of craft. It starts here. You have to have some framework. Yeah. And then everything is an extension of us. So if you think that way, you are AI. AI is you. AI is the hammer. It's your hammer. You can use a hammer to build a house. You can use it to beat someone over to death with it.
Yeah. That's a good analogy.
Yeah, I mean it's an age-old analogy, but keep that in mind. Technology, people always say technology, oh, do you have some technology? It's like, yeah, clothes, language. Like, what are you talking about? Everything is technology.
Yeah.
You got to think of it that way. I mean, compared to, it's not just technology, it's information technology that is the thing. It's once the universe was born, everything was electrons, then electrons to atoms, and then they formed stars. Stars made more complex stuff by churning more materials. The Earth was whacked so many times by meteors and comets and stuff. That's how we actually got stuff from outer space to make us. Carbon didn't come from our sun. Gold didn't come from our sun. It came from somewhere else. We just got whacked thousands of times. It doesn't matter. We're kind of get whacked and get killed once more time. But our Earth just take a few more million years to make another life form. Hopefully, we're not the last one. We made it this far. Hopefully, we make it to the singularity, guys. Let's use the AI. Let's become AI. And become more conscious with the universe. Make more matter conscious of itself. It's just a suggestion. I'm not trying to start a cult or anything, But this is what we're going to do. But I'm not an AI yet. I'm not a robot. I am still in my rotting sack of protoplasm, lumbering around like a caveman, And I still have caveman tendencies, I still like to fight. Yeah, fighting is a big part. I think as long as you're in this rotting meat sack, you should try to not let it rot so fast, And I should still think you should treat it like you should, because at the end of the day, we're cavemen and women, whatever. Not cave. I don't know why I said caves. Not all of them were living in caves, but it's for lack of a better term. I didn't live in those days, but I somehow have something deep within me that is kind of akin to the people that lived those days. A little bit more bougie, I got some streets here. I got a table. I got clothes that aren't made of, bleeding dead animals. It's a little bit more bougie, but you got to get in touch with your the caveman side. We evolved from that. So I think doing things that are more natural to that environment are more, we're more attuned to that. let's say, So that's why I do martial arts. Martial arts is perfect for that, especially for men. Men are, ooga booga, we're gonna get all aggressive and stuff, Men need to get that out,
Yeah.
I think it's really important, especially for men. I mean, men and women are different, but I mean, both men and women, we need to try to stay in shape, We used to run around hunting animals, I saw this podcast with Joe Rogan. He was talking to this guy that lived with a tribe for like, I don't know how, but he was like, yo, everyone has got abs there. It's like incredible. Like a kid was walking around, was like, oh, do you want a snack? Okay, cool. He just walks up, he just snatches a bird with his hand, just like push like that. Okay, here we go. Just like, and then they asked him, this guy's walking around, they're like, this guy, he looks like he's never caught anything before. He's like, he hasn't. It's like they have food, So, I think that our bodies were made to do that. But I mean, like, I love technology and all, but man, you're sitting there. You're not designed to do that. Get up, man. Get up. You're not tuned to do that. If we were a robot and we're tuned our bodies to just freaking lie there and be telepathic and just like spread energy by just radiating, fine. We're not that though. You got to run around,
So what are some of the benefits of jiu-jitsu?
It's just, I mean,
besides,
yeah, I think there's a certain understanding of yourself when you learn the capacity of violence. I know it sounds bad, but I think to be dangerous and to be in right now it's simulated, it's controlled, but I mean, like, yeah, cavemen back in the day, our ancestors, which are not far off from us, they had to actually go, and that was what they were. They had to go and be violent, and that was a trait that they had to sort of wield and control and use as a tool when necessary, and it's not necessarily just going aggressive and going ham and stuff like that, but learning how, when you have that tool, you will have the lexicon of how to control it. If you don't know violence, then it's most of the people that I meet that don't understand fighting that are the most insecure, and they kind of just get a little bit aggressive most of the time. The people that are the killerest of the killers, they're the nicest people I know. Nicest people, and it actually relieves a lot of stress. There's all kinds of benefits. I don't think you should not do it. The only thing is, sorry guys, it's difficult. It's difficult. Boo-hoo. Gotta do some stuff. I don't think anything is worth doing if it's not difficult. You should not just reward yourself. Like, you're gonna have a hobby. Yes, not all hobbies are made equal either. It's like, why do I advocate music as well? Music is actually, it's funny. Let's go back to caveman days. I'm always going to go back to, like, comparing us to cavemen. It's like, what? Like, did cavemen do this? It's not a moral thing or anything. It's just to understand, like, yes, we're still those ooga booga people, running around, except we had history. We had an accumulation of knowledge of how to make technology. Now I got buildings. I got, look at all these lights. I got this chair, I didn't build that, If I was born another time, I'd be running around killing saber-toothed tigers or running away from them, for that matter. But now we have all that, but we still have these, sort of ooga booga tendencies, So you got to acknowledge that.
Innate traits.
Yeah, they're innate, and they don't go away too quickly until, I mean, if you're gonna like do some gene editing, which is possible, that's okay. Then you can be like, okay, we can take away certain things, and now we're just like this new, artificial species, which it can be possible, but I'm not going in that direction. So yes, get some exercise. I say learn how to fight. Yes, learn how to fight. And that's one thing I've noticed about Hawaii, actually. People are really scrappy. A little bit. Yeah. Per capita. But they're not, but not in a rude way. They would scrap and they'd actually be like kind of nice to each other. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Well,
a little bit.
Yeah, like I guess. Yeah. I mean, they scrap it out. Then they're like, okay,
Like, yeah.
we're good.
But speaking of which, jujitsu, for all you guys that do jujitsu, you know, that's what I do. Sometimes I'll put some instructionals on here. So today I got that little Easter egg for you. So check it out. I got one exercise. It's a solo exercise. I know jujitsu, you got to practice with people all the time. You know, relies on partners, but you should do some solo exercise. You get some return on investment, and I'll show you a application of that. So we're gonna just watch it, and we'll be right back.